Welcome to my channel Summer Cubes. My name is Rune Sommer, and in this video I'll go through a step-by-step solve of the Puppet Cube version 2. Step 1 and 2 of solving the Puppet Cube 2 is similar to Puppet Cube version 1. It's the same algorithms to solve the 2x2 shaped blocks. Those two steps can be seen in my other video of solving the Puppet Cube version 1. Click the link below. This video is all about step 3. That is solving the inner edges of the cube. It all boils down to the use of two algorithms and a bunch of cube reorientation. Basically, it's a U-perm with M and U moves. I'll be very clear about the logic behind solving those edges. This method is not the fewest moves solve, but when you get the logic, you can mess around to reduce the move count. Before starting a solve, I'll go through the rules and logic so it should be easier to follow in the video. Orientation rule. When reorienting the cube, you should always have the white side on the back on the bottom of the cube. When this rule are applied, you don't mess up the white draws. Solving steps of the cube. First, I will insert the white draws on the bottom, the red and orange edges first. Next step, I will insert the red and green edge in the back. Then I will insert the blue and red edge at the right side. And then I will carefully place the orange blue and orange green edges. And I'll fix the last layer. Now I will solve the cube going through the steps mentioned before. First, insert the red and orange white edges and the bottom. Red and white edge is on the right side. I have to move it to the top. I can do this by rotating right side. When the edges are on the top, I would like those white colors not to be on the top, so the red color has to be on the top face. The orange and white edge are in this position. When I want the edges on the top position, I want them to be adjacent, not opposite to each other. It makes the inserts very easy. This piece has to go in the down position, so I will just move it down. To insert the red and white piece on the back in this position, I need to bring the back piece up to the top, move the red piece into the position and bring it down. Now the orange and red piece are in the right position and oriented right. Now I need the green and blue white edge on the top adjacent to each other. The green and white are in the top, so I need to find the blue. It's in this position. I can bring the blue white edge to the top by rotating R. Now I can move this edge out of the way and move the right side back. Fortunately, those two edges are in the right position and adjacent to each other. When inserting the blue edge first, I will just rotate the U face to insert the blue with this move. And the green and white has to go into this position in the back, so I will move the back piece up, move the green and white in, and move it down. The blue and white, orange, white, red and white, and green and white edges are in the right position. And fortunately, the white center are also in the right position. Now I will just adjust the centers to this position so the orange and blue are in the right place. The next step is inserting the red and green edge in the back. To do this, I have to make one setup move. It's only moving the E slice. When I have to put this edge into this position, I have to rotate 3 edges on the top. When I apply those algorithms, I only rotate three pieces counterclockwise, clockwise, or with flip or with no flip. I'll show you in a second. So to move this piece into this position, I will move the piece into this position or into this position, and then move it from here to this position by rotating the three edges. The algorithms are as listed in this little paper. First, my rule, the whites on the bottom, so I will just rotate those three edges in the counterclock direction. When I move this piece to the front, I would like it to be flipped. When it's flipped, the red color will not be on the top, but the red color will be on the front side. And those colors match, which it makes it easier to move this piece down to this position. So first, counterclockwise to move the red piece in this position. Afterwards, reorient your cube to move it to this position. The flipping algorithm counterclockwise is this one. M, U prime, M prime, U2, M, U prime, M prime. Now I have to move it into this position, but I have to reorient my cube to do this. So I will reorient it in this way, the white on the back. Now I have to do a clockwise rotation with no flipping. So clockwise, no flip, this one. M2, U prime, M, U2, M prime, U prime, M2. And now I have to undo my only setup move. This piece has to go in the back, and I will forget about it for the rest of the solve. Next step is inserting the blue and red edge in this position. The edge are on the top face, so I have to move it into this position first, and afterwards move it into this position. I could do a setup move to make it easier, but in this video I will not use any setup moves. So I will just move this piece clockwise direction with no flipping, because I want the blue face to be on the front. So I'll just rotate this piece into this position. Clockwise, no flip. M2, U prime, M, U2, M prime, U prime, M2. Now I have to reorient my cube to move the piece into this position. Counterclockwise and no flip. M2, not counterclockwise, clockwise of course. U prime, M, U2, M prime, and M2. Blue and red are in position. The red and green are in position in the back, and the white cross is on the bottom. Now I have to place the orange and blue and orange and green edges in those positions or in those positions. When I have the edges in this position, I can rotate the two edges into place, or this position I can rotate them into place. So I have to be careful where to place the edges. At this moment I have the blue and orange in this position which is very good, because if I want this piece to go in this position, I can just rotate those three so this piece go into this position. But then I have to the orange and blue, orange and green has to be in this position to be moved into this position. So 3 cycle counterclockwise to move the orange into position. So I want to move this piece into this position. Before I do it, I look at this one. This one is flipped, and I want it to be unflipped. So when I have to move this piece into this position, it has to be flipped. So I will have to do a clockwise rotation to flip it and then move it. So it takes 2 algorithms. And when I flip it, I have to flip this one too. So the orange and green has to go into this position, but flipped. I want the green color to be on the front face and the orange color to be on the top face. So those 2 edges has to be flipped. To move this to move this piece into this position, I have to use the counterclockwise and flipping algorithm. This one. M, U prime, M prime, U2, M, U prime, M. Those two pieces are in the right position, and I can rotate and flip those in the clockwise direction. I reorient my cube, use the flipping algorithm clockwise to move it into the next position, and finally the clockwise no flipping algorithm to move it into place. Flipping algorithm clockwise, this one. M, U, M prime, U2, M, U, M prime. The edges are now flipped, and I want to move the green and orange into this position and the blue and orange into this position. Clockwise, no flipping algorithm. M2, U prime, M, U2, M prime, U prime, M2. Now the middle layer is fixed. I want to proceed with the top layer. I want to place one of those 4 edges in the right position so I can use the 3 cycle to finish the rest. If I move this green and yellow into this position, I can concentrate on those 3 as the last step. So I will use a counterclockwise non-flipping algorithm to move this piece into this position. The green and yellow are in position, and now I can concentrate on those last 3 edges. Those 2 have to be flipped, so I have to use a clockwise flipping algorithm to flip those 2 edges, and then I have to move all the edges back into position. So clockwise flipping algorithm, and I have to move it back. Counterclockwise, no flipping algorithm. And the cube are now solved. I hope you can use my steps to solve the cube, and when you are familiar with the algorithms, you can use a lot of setup moves, do some algorithm and undo the setup moves. This way you can solve the cube a lot faster. I will now proceed with some example solves just to show how to solve the cube with those steps mentioned before. The cube are now scrambled, and I will solve the cube a little bit faster with some explanations. I need the red and white edge to the top with the white face not facing the top. The orange and the red are where? The red edge are in this position. I'll bring the orange down first and then insert the red one, insert and down. I'll bring the green and blue edge to the top, the green edge to the top, and the blue edge in this position. When I bring it to the top, I don't want them to be adjacent, opposite to each other. I want them to be adjacent, so I will move the green edge into this position, or maybe this position is more easy to see. Now I bring the blue one up and out of the way, back and back. Now the pieces are adjacent, but the white color is on top. I don't want that. To move it to move it in the right position, I have to do this move up, but if I do this move, I will mess up the orange and red. So I just move the blue one out of the way, reorient it, and back. Now I can insert the blue edge like this, and insert the green edge like this. The white the white center I have to move into place, so I just move it into place like this. Those in position. Next step is to orient the centers, and find the red and green edge at the back. It's in this position. I can reorient my cube right on the back. I want this piece to go into this position, but I want it to be flipped so the green edge is on this side. So I'll use the counterclockwise flipping algorithm. And now the edge is in place, I will move it to the back and forget all about it. Next step is the blue and red edge. It's over here. I will move it to the front by using counterclockwise flipping algorithm. Now it is in this position, and I can move it to the left by using clockwise non-flipping algorithm. Next is the orange and blue and orange and green edges. If I move this piece to this position, I can reorient my cube like this, right on the back. I can move the green to this position and the blue and orange to this position by rotating clockwise. And if I do that with the flipping algorithm, I will flip those two edges. And those are in place. The blue and yellow are in place already, so I have to concentrate on those three. The red one needs to go in this position, and I have to rotate counterclockwise and with the flipping algorithm. And the cube are once again solved. I will now make one more example solve to show how the cube is solved. First we need a scramble. I will now solve the cube using the steps mentioned before. The red and green edges have to be on the top and oriented the correct way, white not facing up, and the edges adjacent to each other. I will bring the orange and white down, and then I will bring the backside up to insert the red and white edge. Now I have to find the blue and white edge. The blue is here, and the green and white are in this position. When I bring it up, I want this one to not be opposite, so I have to move the blue edge out of the way, bring the green one up and move it out of the way, and bring this one down and down. I have to reorient my green edge. I can do it by moving to this S slice and orient it correctly. Now I will insert the blue edge like this. I will bring the green edge up and bring it in like this. So the blue and white, green and white are in the right position. I need the center to be in the right position too. I bring those two edges up, bring the center in and down. Reorient the cube to make the centers fit. I want to insert the green and red edge. It's in this position, but it has to be in this spot. I have to get it out of the way to put it in afterwards. So first I will do what would I do? I will do non-flipping counterclockwise rotation. Now the edges are out of the way, I can do my only setup move and bring this edge into this position by rotating those three edges. Reorient my cube, white in the back, clockwise rotation with no flip. And I will put the red and green in the back and forget all about it. Next step is to insert the blue and red in the right side. Now I could do a setup move. I could move this edge into this position, rotate the piece down and move it back. And I could do a clockwise rotation to put the edge in this position and afterwards rotate this edge into this position by rotating those three edges. I think I will use one setup move. I'll move this edge into this position, rotate this one down, reorienting my cube, and I have to do an clockwise, no flipping algorithm. And undo my setup move. Now I want the orange blue and orange green to be in those positions or those positions. The orange blue are already in this position, which is good, so I can move the orange and green into this position and afterwards rotate it into place. So to move this piece into this position, I have to flip it because the green edge should be on the top and the orange edge should be on the orange color should be on the front. So I will use the clockwise flipping algorithm. And those two edges are in the right spot to be rotated into place. I reorient my cube once again, white in the back, and those edges have to be moved in this direction. So counterclockwise and no flipping. Then I have the last layer. Orange, yellow are already in place, so I reorient my cube in this position. So I concentrate on those three. Green and yellow have to be on the right side. This one has to be on the back, front. So clockwise rotation with a flip. And the cube are solved once again. Thank you for watching.